today's video is a makeup tutorial on the look I'm wearing right now. It is very dramatic for me, but it should be. It is a New Year's Eve makeup tutorial, and whenever I think of New Year's Eve, I think of really dramatic makeup. It is mainly using the Gwen Stefani palette by Urban Decay. I used mainly these shadows, but I did use this bad boy here. This is probably the star of the show. This is the Colourpop eyeshadow in the shade Telepathy. It's the color I have all over my eyelids. This, of course, is the eyeshadow I created with the Where the Night Is quad, which this quad is available to purchase right now. This is my newest collab with Colourpop, and I will link this down below. I will link where you can purchase this little quad down below. So I know that some people might not like this because it is like a very harsh kind of eyelid. It's not too blended, but I really like that for New Year's Eve. I think it's different and it's fun. So yes, I hope you guys enjoy. And if you want to see how to get this makeup look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've already applied my eyeshadow primer, and I've applied some tape to the sides of my eyes to create a sharper look. I'm going into the Gwen Stefani palette, but with Urban Decay, and I'm taking the shade Anaheim, and I'm using this as my transition shade. I'm applying this into my crease so that all of the other eyeshadows can blend a lot easier. Going into this shade called Zone, it's a little bit warmer and deeper than Anaheim. I'm going to take the exact same brush. This is a Sephora Pro crease brush, probably my favorite crease brush of all time. And I'm applying this really, really close to the tape and then dragging it into the crease. That is the main technique I will be doing throughout this whole video. I'm going to take the red shade in the palette. It's like a really dark red. It's my favorite shade in this palette. And I'm taking a Zoeva brush that looks pretty much identical to the MAC 217. And I'm going to start applying this eyeshadow directly like on the tape and then dragging it in the same way I did with the crease brush. And then I'm going to take Blackout and apply this again really, really, really close to the tape and then dragging it in. I want like a gradient effect from the tape to the inner corners. Now I'm going to take the Colourpop Super Shock shadow in Telepathy, and I'm going to start taking it on my finger. I'm applying this pretty much everywhere there isn't the black eyeshadow. And then I went in with a synthetic brush to be a little bit more precise. And I went in with the same Zoeva brush, and I'm starting to blend these colors together. I did want like a cool, harsh line, which it is what ended up happening, but I wanted to make sure that it didn't look too harsh, that everything was just a little bit more blended. I went into the shade Blondie or Blonde, I'm not exactly sure, and I used this to highlight my brow bone. Then I went into this really, really pretty gold. It has a little bit of green to it, so it pairs perfectly with Telepathy, and I use that to apply to my inner corners. And then I am priming my face with the Becca Backlight primer. I love it. Then I took my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. Can I speak today? My foundation, Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and I'm applying that to my entire face. I really, really, really love this foundation, and I'm using a Sephora Pro airbrush to blend that in. And then I got this concealer on Amazon when I was like shopping for some UK makeup, and this is the Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer. So I'm just applying this underneath my eyes and other places I would highlight. This is the first time I used it, and I actually really, really like it. I think it's very similar to the Maybelline Better Skin and the Maybelline Fit Me. Oh yeah, I was watching a really emotional episode of The Flash, so I was like crying and really, really trying not to mess up my makeup. But anyway, I just blended that in like you've seen me do a million times, and to set that I am using my NYC translucent setting powder. I just got this to test it out, and I really like it. It didn't look cakey underneath my eyes, which I usually have that problem. Okay, so back to the eyes. Before I finish my face, I'm going to take Zone again, but I'm taking it on a pencil brush, and I'm applying this all the way on my lower lash line from outer corner to inner corner. Then I'm taking my Holy Grail black eyeliner, and I'm applying this to my waterline, and this is the NYX Gel Black Eyeliner, and I'm applying this to my tight line as well, but not all the way in. So I'm taking Blackout, and I'm only going to apply this shadow on the outer corners of my eye. I want the inner corners to be nice and bright and like greeny gold. I'm going back into that gold, and I'm applying this in my inner corners again just to intensify them a little bit, and then I'm applying it a little bit on my lower lash line. Then I'm going back into Telepathy, and I'm applying this on the inner part of my lower lash line just so that it can match with the top part of my lid. So I'm going in with some falsies, and these are the Velour silk lashes that they made with Sephora. They're not mink, they are silk, and they're pretty good. I like them. So I'm going to contour my face using the Morphe NC Contour Palette. And I'm going to contour my face with the shade I pointed at. So I'm just contouring like I usually do, warming up the skin, you know. And now I want to brighten up my under eyes. So I'm taking this really light shade in the palette, and on my Real Techniques setting brush, I'm just applying this underneath my eyes to really brighten up the look. And I'm not really into this whole baking trend. I don't really do it at all. But I think for New Year's Eve, for like a special occasion, it does look really nice. So I'm just doing that underneath my contour to make my contour a little bit more visible. And then I'm just brushing it away a couple minutes later. And it really does help make your contour look nice and sharp. So for blush, I'm taking my favorite blush of all time. It just goes with everything. This is Nars Madly Blush. It's my all-time favorite. And I'm just applying this onto my cheeks. And then I'm going in with highlight. This is the NYX Illuminator in the shade Ritualistic. And I like it, but it takes a lot of building up. It's kind of like a stiffer formula, so it's not really intense. It's not bad, it's just I really have to build up for the color to show. Then I'm going to go in with this Sephora collection lip liner in the shade Nudest. But it was a little bit too purple for me, so I wanted something a little bit peachier. So I took the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Noble and I applied it on top. And then that completes this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.